everyone, it's Eddie Sanchez, and I'm back with more tips for you young creatives out there. So, today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about turning your novel into a screenplay. And the only reason to do that is if you think your novel, people are going to want to see it as a movie, right? Do you think it's going to be the next Twilight, the next Harry Potter series, right? It could be. You never know. I encourage you to do it if you feel like there's an audience for it, right? So I encourage anybody to do, what they dream of. If that's your dream, do it. You already wrote the novel. You're already halfway there, right? But it's going to be a challenge to turn your novel into a screenplay. It's not easy. It's going to take a lot of hard work. So you want to make sure that you are doing everything the right way. So there's two ways you're going to do this, okay? The first way is you're going to pay somebody to adapt it. Right? So you pay somebody, it'll probably be a lot of money. It's not going to be cheap to adapt a novel into a screenplay, okay? It's a lot of time, okay? It's the only way I could describe it. Another way is, and the best way is, in my opinion, is to do it yourself, okay? Now, this is going to take a lot of hard work, but if you're passionate enough, you can do it. And I guarantee you it's the best way, because if you pay somebody else to do it, they're not going to have the same passion that you would. Okay, so how would I go about it, right? So the first thing I would do is, if you don't already have an outline for your novel, which you should, or you should make an outline for your novel. Okay, so that's the first thing, because there are going to be some similarities in a novel as to an outline for a screenplay. Okay, keep that in mind. But a screenplay is going to be more concise. It's not going to have the extra fat, right? You're going to have a lot of extra stuff in a novel, right? You wouldn't have all this description. Remember, scripts are, you want to show people what's happening. You don't want to talk about it. Novels have a lot of dialogue. They have a lot more dialogue than a script would have. So again, it's going to take you learning. Right? So once you have your outline for your novel, right? You're not even going to do your outline for your script yet. Don't worry about that yet. Second, you're going to read books on screenwriting. Yes, you have to learn how to be a screenwriter. It sounds like a lot of work, but you could read enough books and you could self-educate. So you could teach yourself. I went to school, but I also learned from reading books. I think that's the best way. I have 2 books. All the information that I'm giving you, I've given it in more details down below. I put a link for more information that you might find useful on how to adapt your novel into a screenplay. So everything I'm saying, you're going to have it in more detail down below. Okay, so the first thing you do is, after you do your outline, right, you start by reading screenwriting books. Okay, I recommend Save the Cat, and anything Sid Field story. I think I have it down below. I wrote it down below. Okay, so the other thing you're going to do is, the third thing you're going to do is, you're going to make sure that you read screenplays. Why do we read screenplays? You want to make sure that you understand the genre of the book you're writing. If it's horror, read horror screenplays. Okay, it's very important that you understand how they pace, how they pace it, like the pacing of it. Okay, because again, novels are different than scripts, right? So you want to read modern, within the last 5 years, 1 to 5 years, screenplays that are more recent 1 to 5 years, right? Because screenplays evolve over time. It's okay for you to read a classic screenplay, but like Hitchcock, Psycho, right? But you want to make sure that you also read modern screenplays, horror screenplays, because again, they evolve over time. Another thing you're gonna, if I skip anything, it's listed down below. The other thing you're gonna do is, after you read the screenplays, you read the books, you have an understanding of what it's like to be a screenwriter, right? You have the basic knowledge, right? I'm not saying you have to go to school. Just read the books and read the screenplays. Okay, so after you read the screenplays, right? After the books, screenplays, then you're gonna do an outline for your script, okay? Which is different, okay? You're gonna put the main beats of a story, right? You're going to write them down in an outline. So you're going to create this outline. Below, I'll probably put a link showing you how to create an outline, which will help you a lot more in detail. Other than that, once you have your outline, then that's when you start writing your screenplay. Okay? So outline, because it's so much easier to know where you're going when you have an outline. Okay, you're beginning, you already have a story, you know what it's about, right? Again, you're just gonna have to cut a lot of stuff out. It's gonna be different than your novel. You're not gonna be able to leave everything in there you want, but the most important scenes that propel the plot forward, that move the story forward, that's what you're gonna have in your outline or in your story. Okay, so hopefully some of these tips will help you. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. As always, I'm Eddie Sanchez. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Enjoy your day. Bye.